The moment my cancer diagnosis actually hit me wasn't when the doctor told me. It was in a hospital waiting room about 3 weeks later. The day after my hospital stay, I was signed off work for a month so I could wrap my head around everything. But if I'm honest, I didn't wrap my head around anything because I didn't feel like there was anything to wrap my head around. The doctor had told me the cancer was treatable, I wasn't being kept in the hospital, so what was there to worry about? I pretty much ignored the fact I had cancer, and instead I spent that time playing games, napping, and calling it self-care. About 3 weeks into my self-care holiday, the biopsy results came back, and I was called back into the hospital to start treatment. That was when everything shifted. At the time, haematology, oncology, and the chemotherapy day unit all shared the same space in my local hospital, so the waiting room was shared between all three areas. I was sitting there when this woman walked out of the day suite. She was a bit younger than me. She had impeccable makeup, very stylish clothing, looked completely put together. She was also bald, and she had a port in her arm. And I remember thinking, what's she doing here? And that was the moment it really hit me. She's here because she has cancer. That means I'm here because I have cancer. That means I have cancer. And that was the start of my emotional breakdown. It wasn't dramatic, it was really quiet, and through no one's fault but my own, kind of lonely. Everyone had been telling me how well I was handling things, but handling things mostly meant ignoring them. By the time reality had caught up with me, I felt like I'd missed my window to not be okay, so I didn't fall apart publicly. I put on my mask of positivity, I smiled, I laughed, I agreed that cancer had picked on the wrong woman, and then I'd lie awake at night, running through every worst-case scenario imaginable, and I'd wake up the next day pretending everything was fine. It was exhausting. What eventually pulled me out of that spiral was reaching out to a charity that offered counselling to newly diagnosed cancer patients. I spoke with a wonderful therapist, and over time I started using the other support available to me: Macmillan, Leukemia Care, Blood Cancer UK. I still didn't feel, foolishly, like I could go to my family and friends, so those charities were invaluable. So here's what I know now that I wish I'd understood then. If your emotional reaction doesn't happen straight away, that's fine. Sometimes it just takes a while for reality to catch up with you. And if you find yourself lying awake at night running through every worst case scenario imaginable, you're not broken, you're just human. And if you need someone who understands, you can always message me.